Hello students, I am back today to discuss the question answers of the chapter Lost Spring with you today. Now the first question can be, what is Sahib looking for in the garbage dumps? He is looking out for valuables in the garbage dump. Where is he and where has he come from? He is in Simapuri and he has come from Bangladesh. What explanations does the author offer for the children not wearing footwear? The author offers the explanation that most of these children do not have footwear. They walk around barefoot, and if at all they have, they do not wear it out of habit. At times they would say that they've forgotten it, and at times they would say that they feel better walking barefoot. Now, is Sahib happy working at the tea stall? Explain. No, Sahib is not happy working at the tea stall because he is no longer the master of his own will. He has to work according to the owner of the tea stall, and he has to work from morning till evening, whereas when he was a rag picker, he used to get free by noon and go back home. What makes the city of Firozabad famous? The bangle making industry makes Firozabad a famous city all over India. Mention the hazards of working in the glass bangles industry. The various hazards that the workers face in the bangle industry are that the rooms are not well lit, the temperature is very high, and they are not paid enough for the work, for the hard work that they are putting in. They lose their eyesight during this work throughout their lives, but they are not compensated or paid well enough. These are the common hazards of working in bangle industry. How is Mukesh's attitude to his situation different from that of his family? Now, Mukesh's attitude is different from that of his family in the sense that his family has accepted the profession of bangle making as something which they have inherited from their forefathers. But Mukesh still dares to dream a little different. He wants to be a motor mechanic. What could be some of the reasons for the migration of people from villages to city? There could be various reasons for people to migrate from villages to cities. It could be better work opportunities, it could be better educational opportunities, it could be better standard of living, or probably better climate over there. And one thing, of course, they would be living a more comfortable and a comparatively luxurious life in cities than what they would be doing in villages. The facilities in the cities are much more than they are in villages. Now, would you agree that the promises made to the poor children are rarely kept? Yes, we do agree that the promises which are often made to the poor children are hardly ever kept. Why do you think this happens in the incidents narrated in the text? Now, in the text, we have come across the lives of two children, Sahib and Mukesh, who belong to poor families. Sahib was promised by Anees Jung that she would make a school and he could go to that school. And when he met her again, he asked where the school was, and she had probably no answer. So this kind of thing had often happened to him in the past as well. Politicians had been visiting their houses and they had got them made ration cards because that was what was required for their votes. But nobody had ever bothered to think about the basic amenities to be provided to these refugees. And similar was the condition with Mukesh, who had been living in Firozabad and his family had been there in that trade for generations, and yet they could not afford the basic amenities. And politicians and capitalists had been promising a better life to these people, but it was never there. So these hollow promises echo in the ears of these poor people, and they do not actually believe or hope to get these dreams or these promises fulfilled. What forces conspire to keep the workers in the bangle industry of Firozabad in poverty? The forces that conspire to keep the workers in poverty are the politicians, the capitalists, the policemen. They have made a vicious nexus and they do not let these workers get out of it. Forced by their poverty, they are inclined to take debts from capitalists who pay them very little wages. And these capitalists have their connections with the politicians and policemen. If at all these workers, they want to get out of it, they are caught by the policemen and beaten. So they are forced to come back to this industry and work again for them. This is the kind of nexus which is operating in Firozabad, and nobody ever dares to come out of it. How, in your opinion, can Mukesh realize his dream? Now, in our opinion, Mukesh can realize his dream if he works a little extra and become an apprentice to become a motor mechanic, or if he is given an opportunity by someone, like someone just gives him extra money so that he can feed his family, and instead of going to the bangle factory, he takes up the job of a motor mechanic, learns how to repair cars, and that is how he can change his destiny and realize his dream. Why should child labor be eliminated and how? Now, child labor as a legal thing should be eliminated. Indian laws, in fact laws all over the world, do not allow children to work in factories or workplaces. It should be eliminated because childhood is not meant for working in dingy cells and earning money. It is meant to enjoy life and learn. Spring, see the title of the chapter, Lost Spring. Spring here refers to the childhood period. Now, this period is meant to learn and enjoy. So, child labor should be eliminated. How? There are many different ways. First is there should be strict laws. There are strict laws, and we as elders of the society, we as good citizens of society should not ever engage children in our homes or workplaces just because we have to pay them a little less. Instead, we should provide them opportunities where they can go to schools and learn the basics. Government has made provision for free and compulsory education up to 14 years of age, but still we see children working at workplaces like tea stalls or domestic places, and parents who have many children and are poor, they do want more earning hands and they force their children to go and work and earn money for them. But this can be eliminated if we all cooperate and prevent children from working. That's all about the questions that I had to tell you. And from examination point of view, I just want to tell you that short questions are more likely to come from this chapter, and whenever you get a short question, please give at least 2 to 3 value points in each question in case you want to score well. And that's all. Thank you, children, and I'll be back with the next video very soon.